Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time since I have uploaded on my channel. That's mainly because I kind of stopped playing The Sims for a couple of years. I have been playing The Sims since about 1989 or 1999, so I've been playing for a long time, and I kind of just stopped playing for a few years, and then in the last couple of months I've become addicted again, and all my family and friends, they just don't understand my love for The Sims, and they think I should be over it by now, but I'm not. So I thought I would start up my channel again and share my love of The Sims with other people who also love The Sims, because The Sims is great. So when this came out, so this is the Island Living expansion. I struggle so much not saying Island Paradise because that was such a great expansion on The Sims 3, and I get confused. So if I do say Island Paradise, I mean Island Living. Please forgive me, but I made this when it came out, literally on the day it came out, and it is on the gallery and has been on the gallery since that day. But I ummed and ahed for a while about whether I was going to start my channel again. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but in the end I was like, no, I'm going to do it. Or should I say my computer told me I was going to do it, because I actually started screen recording all my builds that I did from that moment on, and my computer is now having a massive heart attack going, oh my god, I can't cope, you need to do something with it. So I decided I'm just going to start my channel again, and I'm actually really excited. I've got so many ideas for let's plays and so many speed builds I've already made to share with you, and so many more I want to make. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can stay updated and you can see all my future videos. And this one is a starter home for Island Living, and I wanted to make like a cute little beach shack. I tried to use as many Island Living, nearly saying Island Paradise again. I tried to use as many Island Living items because they're brand new and it's fun to use brand new stuff that you've not used before, but the wall coverings, I didn't like it for this build, so I just went with simple pink siding that was already in the game. I think it comes with the base game, but I just thought it was really cute being pink with all the white finishes on the windows and doors, and it just popped a bit, so I really liked it. And I love this like shutter like lift panel window that came with Island Living. I think their build and buy objects were so amazing and they're so beautiful. Some of them aren't usable in other sort of builds other than like island style living, but then the sliding doors are just amazing. They are so beautiful, like insanely beautiful, and can be used on modern builds, and even contemporary builds can have them. So I'm so glad they included that. And this is me just trying to work out the roofing situation. I love that they added this in the update a couple of months ago, where you can pull the roof, I don't know what you call it, the overhang of the roof quite far out. I think before it was only like 2 squares, and now it's like just seems to go on forever. So I'm so glad they did that, because I've been wanting to do things like this for so long and struggled so much. So yeah, so I'm just pulling those out and making sure it doesn't clip through the other roof, because I don't want that to be seen. And this is the slatted sliding door that comes with the Island Living, which is just so beautiful. I do change out for the like clear glass version, and I'm so happy that they came with floor to ceiling options so it matches the windows, because the other sliding door that we do have is too small, so I don't ever use it because it just looks silly against the big windows. And I honestly use floor to ceiling windows more than any other style of window, so I'm glad we have an option for a door that goes with that. And then for the roof, I used this like thatch the thatch roof that comes with it, and I do add on the trimmings in a little bit, which I think just finishes off really nicely. So this is the outdoor shower section. So when you jump in the sea or you get out the sea and you just want to wash off all that salt water, you just jump into this outdoor shower, or you can just, you know, shower under the stars. Romantic. But I really love it because it doesn't have the glass surround, and I'm really excited to use this in other builds and make like a Crittle style shower. So Crittle is, for people who don't know, Crittle is that glass with like the black pane, the black metal panes that go like in squares across it. So I'm really excited to do that, because in The Sims 3 they actually released loads of options where you could have like make your own DIY shower, so a walk-in shower. But I really struggle with the bathrooms, or making a nice bathroom that's different, just because I feel like it's really restrictive of what you can do. And especially kitchens, because the counters, there's not enough colorways for the counters. I don't need more counters, I just need more color options for the ones we've already got, because I just struggle creatively making something different in the bathrooms and in the kitchens. But yeah, anyway, so that was a tangent that I didn't need to go into. But anyway, so on the back I've got this big patio with the railings that came with Island Living, which I really like. It gives this really rustic look, and it'd be really nice to use on like a farm style, like farmhouse style build, just because it's rustic and it's not all uniform. And then it's got this ladder to go straight into the water right off the jetty, which I think is so cool. And if I lived in a little beach shack, that is something that I definitely want to have, because oh my god, just amazing. This bed is a new bed that came with Island Living, and I love it, and I love all the color options. I think they did so well with the buy mode and the build mode, but the buy mode stuff is just so well done, and gives you new options that you didn't have in the other color options for other beds. So that's really good. It just gives you more creativity and more options on what you want to do. But working out the floor plan for this was so hard, because normally what I do in a build, and tell me if you do it differently, but I normally kind of work out the floor plan before I do the build, or before I finish the build. So I know where the bedroom is, so I make sure it's so many squares long by so many squares wide, so that I know I can fit in my double bed, bedside tables, chest of drawers, sitting area if I wanted that, depending on what size type of room I wanted. I make sure I can fit everything I want in there before I like finish the build. But with this, I kind of just knew what sort of shape I wanted for the shack, and just really struggled after that to make everything fit nicely. And it really was a struggle. Even just choosing the chairs and the style for the living space was so hard. I actually cut out 10 minutes of footage, which was sped up, so it was hours worth of footage of me just going through all the color options and trying to work out the best option for the space, which is just ridiculous because it's a tiny little shack. You would think, oh, it would take hardly any time, but no, I think I spent more time on this one than I did the big build, island style build that I did, which was a bit more modern. I think it was just because there were so many new items and I was going through everything and just wanted to make sure I chose the best thing, that it just took me so long to work out what style I wanted. But in the end, I go with this muted color scheme, and I tried not to use the bohemian stuff that came with the Island Living expansion, just because I didn't want it to be like a stereotypical beach hut with loads of boho items, and I actually haven't used these boho items in a build yet. So I'm going to do a boho style interior sometime soon. I'm going to think of the perfect sim, because I like to have an idea of who the sim is before I build something, just because it gives me more idea of what I want the space to look like. So I suppose it's like being an interior designer and having a client. So I make a client in my head of a sim and how many kids they'd have, or if they have kids, or what their partner's like, anything like that, just to kind of make it feel like it has a cohesive design throughout. So yeah, I'm going to think of that and definitely make a boho style in the future, just so I can use the new boho items. But as you can see, I'm still working out what I want, and this is like after 2 hours or 3 hours of just working on the lounge, which is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, seriously. And then I finally move on, leave the lounge alone, and I'm trying to work out the floor plan. And I try so many options. Again, I have cut out so much footage. You might think there's still too much footage of me doing the floor plan, but I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of the process of what I was doing. So I tried to put the bed on the other side, but I didn't like that because I felt like it was just too open, because I have these huge windows that you can see right through. And I know the Sims don't care about privacy, but I just didn't like it. It just didn't feel right to me, because you can just walk straight past and see straight into the bedroom, and that's just weird. So I just kept the living space on that side, and then I tried to put the bed on the right as you enter the house. But because I didn't plan it out very well when I was building it, it just made this really weird shape room, which I really hated. So I take that out in the end, and I'm just play around with so many options. I extend the size of the house, I reduce the size of the house, I basically do anything I can to try and make it work. In the end, it looks great, but it does take a long time to kind of work out how I want it to fit nicely. And I do have this bit of space at the front of the house, which is really open and doesn't have anything in it, like right as you enter. But that is because I was initially going to have a bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, lounge, and a dining room inside the shack. But I just felt like it would be too cramped if I did that. So I kind of left the space on the entrance. So if you did want to make a dining room, you can do that. But because there's so much going on towards the back of the shack, I didn't want it to feel like too crammed. So I left that very empty. But this is me trying to work out where the bathroom's going to go, because when I built it, I did not think about a bathroom for some reason. I was just like, oh yeah, that's fine. And then when I was putting it together, I was like, oh, I need a bathroom. So yeah, I'm just trying to work out how I want the kitchen to be. And I did not use the new kitchen countertops that came with dining and living, just because they didn't come with a bar option that matched, and I didn't want to do mismatched counters. So I just went with these really cheap kitchen counters that came with the base game, and I thought that worked quite well because it's meant to be a budget house or shack. So I thought it'd be quite good to have really cheap kitchen counters. But yeah, this is me still working on the floor plan, and in the end I kind of stick to something quite similar to this style here. So the living space is quite small and is a bit more compact, but because we get those what they called, like the shutter style windows, it kind of opens the space back up again, and in the end it doesn't feel like so tight and claustrophobic. And I have played with this in gameplay and it does work. The only thing that doesn't work is later on, I'll show you when we get there, but the bathroom has the new sliding barn door style door to enter the bathroom, and that just does not fit because you need to have nothing on the other side, and you'll see that the bath obstructs it. So I do change that, but otherwise it is completely playable and it works well. And I felt like everything was too restrictive with this like boxy style, so I do use some diagonal walls on the bedroom to separate the bedroom and the bathroom, so it doesn't feel so like tight and closed off. So yeah, that is a tip for if you're making a small space. Use some diagonal walls, but not too many because they can be quite difficult to use. But yeah, so this is the bathroom. It is very small, but it managed to have a bath, a toilet, and the sink. And then because it's just them living there, it's made for like a couple or a single sim, and it's a starter home. I did use these slat windows just to open up the space a bit and not make it feel so dark. And it doesn't matter if people see you on the toilet or in the bath, because it's only you and your partner, or you on your own. So who cares? And also you got a shower outside, so I don't think you care about privacy too much, let's be honest. But yeah, I really like the new bathroom items that came with this pack. They're quite cute, and completely different to anything else we have, because I suppose it's more like eco looking and makes it look more handmade. But I'm still trying to work out what I want to do with the doors. So as I said, I use a sliding door, as you can see here, but you can't actually get in or use it because the bath is right next to it. And I thought it'd be okay, because even though it needs 2 spaces, I thought it'd be fine, because you don't ever enter where the other space is, because there's a wall, but it's not actually usable. So what I do in the end in gameplay, and it's not on this, is just change that up and put the slatted windows where the door is, and then now delete the diagonal, so you just enter through there, and it works fine. And then this is me just trying to put some bench outside, because I've decided not to have a dining room, but you do have bench seating in the kitchen, so it's fine. They can still eat their dinner somewhere, so it's not like a complete disaster. But because the idea that you're going to be outside quite a lot, because you have this amazing view and surrounding area, I put this picnic bench, which looks like it's like been thrifted or like found somewhere, and you've just taken it home, because it's got this worn like painted style, which is really cute. And then I've also got these sun loungers that came with the expansion, which I think are so cute, and I love using it and giving them tans. It's so much fun, and it makes the game so much more realistic to have something to do in this like really lush surroundings, and when you go to a pool to like sunbathe, because that's just something I want my Sims to do, because especially teenage Sims in gameplay, it just makes it more realistic. So I'm really glad we've got that interaction now. So the great thing about using the island living lots with the little bit of beach that goes off into the water is you don't have to do a lot of landscaping, because I find landscaping so boring sometimes, and creatively I find it quite hard. So I really like that you don't have to do a lot of landscaping. Just shove a couple of palm trees and some bushes and you're done. But yeah, this is basically what the house ends up like. I've added some of the decor that comes with the island living and lights, just to make it look a bit more islandy and a bit different, and give it some character and history. So it's like things that they've found in the surrounding areas. And then the bin is this barrel bin. I think it's base game. I've never really used it before, but I thought it worked out quite well with this build. But yeah, so this is the overall look of the, I suppose, beach shack, which is quite cute, and it's got a little dresser as well in the bedroom. But we're going to go into the final pictures so you can see the overall look, which I think it turned out quite nicely, and it's a great starter home for your sim. So this is from the front as you enter, with a little mailbox. That's one thing I think they should have brought in, is like a more rustic looking mailbox, but I just use a base game. And then this is the back from the side, and it's just the perfect place. You basically lounge on the beach, jump straight in the water, and you can have a shower before you go back in the house and get rid of that seawater. So this is the living space. So as you enter, that's what it looks like. And then the kitchen with some bar stools so you can eat, and it keeps it quite open. And then at the back you've got the bedroom and the bathroom. So this is the final look. I hope you guys like it. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe so you can stay updated with all my new videos. See you guys soon. Bye.